Hi everyone, and welcome to our debt-free lifestyle. If you're new here, my name is Mel and we are a Christian family of 4, soon to be 5, living in Melbourne, Australia on a single income. On this channel we talk about how our family makes life work. Everything from frugal living, parenting, household organization, and everything in between. In today's vlog, I'm going to talk about something that has been on my heart, and that is being house proud. But first, what is house proud, or what does it mean to be house proud? Being house proud to me means caring about your home and taking ownership of it, no matter its size, age, or how much money you've spent on it. It's not about having a perfect or aesthetic house, it's about loving where you live and looking after it. Being house proud can look like keeping your home clean and maintained, creating order and organization that works for your family, making your space feel calm, welcoming, and lived in, taking responsibility for your environment instead of feeling defeated by it, and making the most of what you have, even if it's secondhand or temporary. But what's not being house proud to me is perfection, minimalism for show, expensive furniture or renovations, a spotless home 24/7 that's not realistic at all, or comparing myself with others. At its core, being house proud is about stewardship, treating your home with care and intention, because it's where your family rests, it's where your family grows and creates memories. A house doesn't have to be new or fancy to be worthy of pride, it just needs to be cared for. Okay, now that we've done that explanation, let's run it back because I want to give you some context for our situation. We live in a rented house that's more than 50 years old. In fact, it was built in the 70s. We love it for the wood floors and the huge backyard, but it has its downsides. Everything is very old. We don't have built-in robes. There's only one shower, no bath. We can't change anything permanently or make any improvements. It all has to be removable. And there's no dishwasher. We have lived in newer, nice estate houses that come with all the perks. But being house proud in a newer house feels easier, especially in society where everyone is chasing the new. When we moved into this house, it was under pressure but also out of necessity. Our previous lease agreement was up for renewal, and although the real estate promised us not to increase the rent, it did go up by $95 and it put the house way out of our budget. When we were looking for a new property or new rental, we had 6 stipulations. First being it had to fit our budget. Second, hopefully close to family and support. Third, it had to have a double garage. 4, a big backyard for the kids to run in, because our previous house was like barely anything. 5, wooden floors. We had carpet in our previous house and Lion would pee over everything and I had to keep cleaning the carpets every week. 6 is air conditioning, but it didn't matter about a dishwasher, though now I wish I had put it on a non-negotiable list. When we found this house, it ticked all the boxes, so we took it. We moved closer to our support network, closer to my family, and closer to better services. However, when we accepted the house, our hearts weren't in it. We actually didn't want to leave our previous house, we just did. And when we moved, we ended up chucking out a lot of stuff that could have been upgraded later if we'd stayed, but now wasn't good enough to bring with us. So we discarded a lot and we had to start from scratch again. When we moved in, we just had a mattress on the floor for a while. We bought a second-hand lounge suite that wasn't really comfortable and an old-style table. We had lots of empty spaces in some rooms and didn't have space in other rooms. So did we feel house proud? Nope, not even in the slightest, and not for a very long time. We just stopped caring. Slowly, I'd say over the past year and a half, we started to accumulate the things we needed. A bed base, single beds for the kids. We rearranged the furniture, cleaned and refreshed what we already had, and used furniture covers to give things new life. But more recently, with the pending arrival of baby, something shifted. It wasn't big or expensive. We just decided we didn't need a guest room, created a dedicated play space for our kids, and I'm telling you, that has already created so much more harmony. Closing the door to all the toys and the chaos of everything in that room has just made my life so much easier. We finally cleared out the garage, things that had been sitting there for over 2 years. Little things, but overdue things. And suddenly the house started feeling like ours again. A space that we could be proud of. I mean, this could be considered nesting, right, with the baby, but Jay has been taking pride in his backyard, and I've been doing the same on the inside. It just feels different. Everything has a place now. We have systems in place. It's organized. And right now, our home feels calmer, more cared for. The kids are settled and we're all enjoying our space again. House pride can be achieved on any income, but on a single income, it's different. It's slower. Furniture takes longer to replace. We make do and then make it better, and that's okay. We accept gifts or hand-me-downs. For example, JR has a work friend that loves to give us furniture and decor items, and my parents gave us our current lounge suite. But house pride isn't about having more. It's about stewarding what we already have well. What's more is we started to invite people to come and enjoy our space with us. For at least a good year, we didn't want anyone coming over at all because we weren't ashamed, we just weren't proud. Now we invite them to hang out, have dinner with us. Previously, I would have worried about their judgments because this house isn't new. Now, I'm not worried. I want to share with our friends because it's become a home again. It's become our home, and that feels really good to say. So I don't think we'll be moving anytime soon. Hopefully we'll get to have a few years here before we move, and hopefully when we do move, it'll be into our forever home. Who knows what the future has in store for us. But for now, we love our space. We like being here, and we're going to continue loving the space and continue nurturing it and cultivating it. And hopefully one day, when it's time to move on, we'll be able to replicate that in our new home. But if you can relate to what we are sharing, we'd really like for you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And thank you again for tuning in and following us on our journey of being a debt-free lifestyle home. Until the next vlog, hey Cornay, see you later and talk next time.